The RowdCAST contains adult languages, adult themes, and adult situations. Viewer discretion is advised.
No! No! No!
You are now entering the RowdCAST. I am your host, Rowdy Radloff, and you are back for another week of the most disturbing, weirdest, and craziest shit we can find on the internet. This is a podcast with all of the strange individuals that I've met in my life, and we are about to take a spin on the ride that I do call the RowdCAST. So sit back, kick your feet up, light a joint, drink a beer, and prepare yourself for the motherfucking RowdCAST. Let's get weird. What's up, motherfuckers? What's going on? I'm Rowdy Radloff. This is the RowdCAST. I'm back today on an early little Sunday morning edition, a little funky fresh, wake up to something great, with one of my best friends, Shane Hamer. He likes to kill shit and listen to badass live rock music that makes his dick hard. He's one of my the coolest dudes I've ever met in my life. So, welcome back to the RowdCAST, Mr. Hamer. How you doing today?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, bro. Dude, it's been a while.
It's been a minute.
You haven't been on here in fucking...
I'm kind of antisocial right now.
Yeah. It happens, man. Why are you antisocial? Why are you feeling that way?
People are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
They're fucking ignorant as fuck, man. It's just difficult to find a good conversation. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, why am I going to go surround myself with a bunch of people that, you can't really have a good conversation with anymore? So I just, doing my own thing.
Yeah. Me too, man. Just doing the RowdCAST, fucking living the dream as a fucking dad, man. Living in white suburbia, paying the bills and fucking making the government happy.
Part of the machine.
Yeah. Just another cog in the wheel, dude. Straight up. So, you just got back from seeing Roger Waters in concert. How the fuck was that, man?
Let me tell you something. I was so close to Roger Waters, I could smell him.
Really?
You want to know what he smelled like?
What?
Take a guess.
Like mist? Like warm mist?
No.
Like a salty breeze?
No.
What?
Smelled like money.
Money. Yeah. But we've seen a couple, man. I've seen a couple.
Dude, when you turn down
$350
million to tour as Pink Floyd, that means you got some loot in the bank.
For sure.
I'm sure you probably got a couple $100 million in the bank.
Yeah, you'd rather go by yourself.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're not pulling in that kind of money that you would as Pink Floyd, but I don't think money's an issue for them anymore.
No, I don't think so either.
What ticket prices? That was the highest face value ticket price I've ever paid.
How much did you pay to go see him?
It was a $200 ticket. Yeah, your fucking air conditioner, man. It's super loud.
Yeah, it wasn't a smart decision there. Should have handled my shit. Remember, this is all live, guys. This is just winging it here, so you'll have that fucking amateurishness to the podcast. After 4 years of doing this, you'd think I would be better, but I'm not. And I don't give a fuck. This is free, so enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck either. But yeah, I had a really badass seat for the show. It was, I don't know. It was 25% of what a Pink Floyd show would be, I guess. I mean,
yeah, one fourth.
Yeah, it was 1/4 of, the bandmates, which Richard Wright, he's dead. He passed away a few years ago. But Gilmore, he was actually down doing a show in Pompeii, where they filmed live at Pompeii in front of no audience.
Yeah.
That was bad as fuck.
Yeah, that's a pretty sweet ass DVD.
Yeah, he did a concert down there recently, or so that's pretty cool too. But I don't know, it's kind of weird that they're both off doing Waters and Gilmore off doing their thing, playing Pink Floyd music, which they both had. Gilmore came out with an album a couple years ago, and then Waters just came out with one this year, and he played like 4 tracks off that in concert, and the one was at a Pink Floyd show, or whatever you want to call it, the visuals, they got the screen playing with like movie going on or whatever, and like the one song, I think it was Deja Vu, he talks about, if I was God, I'd do this, if I was a drone, this.
Yeah.
Like he's basically, like, the video is like a drone flying over like Afghanistan or something, and it's talking about like this drone's gonna kill innocent people, and like when the drone finally strikes, and like the way the fucking music clashes, and there's like sound effects too, like of an explosion, like you're kind of like glued to the screen, and then that explosion goes off, and it's like whoa,
yeah,
you catch yourself, and it was pretty real. But then he had another new song called shit, I can't think of it right now. But it reminded me of like an extension of the Wall album, like very angry, and it was very eerie, where it was like he was dropping some information on you. Yeah. But the whole concert was basically like their music, the Pink Floyd's music. Like the visual effects and everything for most of the videos was, some raw imagery of what's going on around in the world synced up with their music, which, 40 years later or whatever it is, still coincides and is relevant to what's going on in the world. Like, for instance, when they were playing Money, obviously the evilness that money plays a part in this world.
Absolutely.
Where, they were showing imagery of like garbage trucks in the landfill dumping garbage out, and then like whole villages of people, waiting there eagerly to start picking through it in a hurry as soon as it dumps. And it's just like, the show more so was educational on, things that are going on around the world, and it kind of gives a raw sense of what's going on in the world, instead of just, the shit you see on TV or you see on your phone that, you're kind of, the more you see that stuff on the news or wherever you're seeing it, about third world countries and diseases or whatever, you're conditioned to, you're becoming numb to it.
Yeah.
And therefore, like, when you see that, you don't bat an eye about it. You see a bum on the street, you really don't think about where his problems are, where it went wrong, how he got there, why he's there, why he can't figure out, or why he don't want to be a part of the system. Like, you don't even bat an eye to it, to where you probably should. Like, for instance, what's going on in Flint, Michigan with the water situation. That's totally fucking ridiculous. The whole country should be backing that, but it's like, oh, it's not my problem.
Yeah.
And we're just that's how our civilization's becoming, where it's like, you know, the real problems overseas, you know, we're really funding all that shit.
Yeah.
Likely.
Yeah.
And so, but we're numb to that experience. You know, we don't know what it's like to have bombs being dropped.
Yeah.
But we see it in movies all the time. So when you see it on the news, you don't. It's like, man, so what?
We just happen to hit like the lottery where we happen to be. Could be anywhere else. And it would be, our days would be way different. You know, you could live in Africa and worry about how you're going to drink water for the day, not fucking get diarrhea and die.
Well, there's that. I mean, we hit the lottery in some sense, but, you know, I'm starting to kind of think like Hitler really won the war because, you know, the Allies adopted his mind control techniques, figured that stuff out, and now use it on, you know, your education system, and you know, we're all just part of this big machine, this economical, go to work so you can buy material goods and not, you know, think you're fulfilling your life with something when really you should probably work 4 or 5 years, save as much money as you can, and then go overseas to try to help somebody that, like, holy shit, like, there people really are over here, like, going through
Nobody does that.
You know, we should be, like, I should take some, you know, like, try to help in some form, you know, and no, we're gonna work all week, so you know, buy this shiny new object that just came out, you know, these $140 sneakers that, you know, are irrelevant to anything in this universe of you changing anything. Someone's not gonna see your $140 sneakers and all of a sudden, you know, gain some kind of information out of your sneakers to better their life or whatever. But that's technically what I felt like the show was trying to, you know, get the point across of, like, hey, you know, there's some fucked up shit going on in the world and you guys can't even look up from your smartphones long enough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's for the truth, man.
But it was like their music's still very relevant of what's going on today.
Yeah, they're definitely...
We haven't changed much.
Pink Floyd's very timeless.
Yes.
You know, they'll last forever. Did they have the big pyramid? The big Dark Side of the Moon thing?
Yeah.
That would have been badass.
But yeah, it was basically a pyramid that they made with the lasers. And then...
That's sweet.
You know, shining the rainbow colors through it. It was pretty sweet. But what was cool was when they were playing stuff off animals, they had this, you know, stuff come down from the raptors, and I couldn't figure out what was going on, but I couldn't tell if, like, it was they ended up dropping a screen, and then from that screen, they like, pulled up, like, smokestacks to the power plant, and then had the pig flying around it during the concert. So it's like, yeah, like, the pig was flying around at Pink Floyd concerts, but I highly doubt they had that, you know, giant screen like that. And then when they were playing stuff off the Dark Side of the Moon, they had the silver sphere that was always floating around in their videos and stuff. That was flying around. That was pretty neat. But, you know, it was... You got to experience maybe a little bit about, you know, what Pink Floyd was really about. And the guitarist was decent. I wasn't very impressed with the drumming. It wasn't that great. The drummer, he was banging around, but, like, you could just tell, it was off a little.
Yeah,
felt like it.
Yeah, well, you just seen Danny Carey too, so that's one of the best drummers ever with Tool.
Oh, for sure.
So, well, hey, I wanted to go back to just, I don't know what made me think about it, but what about, isn't Pompeii crazy though? How they just, like, the people just
what is Pompeii's where the volcano went up?
Yeah, they all just, like, huddled in their houses and fucking burn up in lava. Isn't that weird? Like I think that's like that was like what they told them.
Like, it fossilized everything.
Yeah.
Like a dude running, like, got covered in ash and, like, became that. Like, ain't that what? Like, pull up some pictures. Can you pull up a picture of, like, some shit from Pompeii, maybe?
Probably. Yeah, it's something. It's like the ancient philosophy. I think this could be total bullshit, but I think it was like they told him that, like, if the volcano went off, they were supposed to just like hide in place, you know. like not, just like kind of like they used to tell you for a bomb, you get under your desk.
Yeah, that's gonna work.
It's like,
well, what that is it's just like it's keeping you from freaking out. Like, well, we know it's not gonna work, but if we tell them this, they'll keep them from freaking out.
We talked about this a little bit last time, that super volcano in Yellowstone.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think it's whatever.
It says plaster cast.
I mean, they're saying it's like getting worse, but here's my thing. Old Faithful's slowing down. So, the way I look at it, if Old Faithful's slowing down, like, because the reason it was Old Faithful, it went on the hour every hour. Well, now it goes like every hour and 20 minutes, or it's not faithful anymore. So, and that tells me the pressure is going down, not getting greater under there. But you could speculate.
Well, they said
you gotta figure, dude. There's all kinds of shit underneath the earth. There's all kinds of lava. I mean, if it's gonna go, it's gonna go. And if you get to see it, hey, you get to see the world end. You get a story to tell about if there's another life. Or
wouldn't that be a really shitty way to die though? If like they talk about like a nuclear winter, like when ash
like
blocks out.
Like, see, I'm ready for like some Mad Max shit, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, that like you can't survive very long though if everything blacks out the sun.
You can't.
You don't have any animals. I don't know. It's just like, what happens? It'd be fucking crazy.
I'd go underwater.
You'd live underneath the water. That's probably the best place to go.
Yeah.
You have to. But how do you survive? Where do you get the air from? If your air is poisonous.
You create your own in the lab.
Something to live off of. You start getting gills. You start living.
Dude, you figure like a way to extract oxygen from water in your little yellow submarine lab. And
the Beatles are playing in the background.
Yeah.
And you're floating around in this fucking submarine.
And fake Paul's living with you. Paul McCartney really died in 1966.
Tell me about this. I want to hear fucking the insight on the Paul is dead thing. I've always heard about it, but I never really dug into it.
All right. Supposedly, now I'm gonna point out, like, if whether or not he's dead, okay, whoever they replaced him with still played as Paul McCartney, and then went on the Wings, did a couple cool things. So, the dude's still a legend. Whatever. But the clues that they put in backward tracks, and then the album covers, it's just there's too many fingers pointing that way. And then it fits into why John Lennon fucking got murdered. And then George Harrison later was attacked and stabbed like 4 times in the chest, but survived.
Really? I never heard that.
Yeah.
I never heard this.
Yeah.
Alternate history here.
And then, like, Ringo posted on, like, a Twitter account that, like, Paul McCartney really died in 1966. But then, like, there's just weird interviews, see, Paul, like, kind of, like, explains everything like it's his idea. Oh, well, that was my idea. I did that. And then, like, the way Ringo and George would always talk about him, like he was ignorant, wasn't the, like, you know, never contributed, like, was the inside joke. And, George always, like, when he says Paul, he says fall with an F, like, and that's fake Paul.
And do you think you're just hearing him wrong, or you think he really says
I mean,
this?
that could be it, but it also makes sense to, like, you know, like...
He's an imposter.
Yeah, he's an imposter. Like, they replaced him.
He's cloned him.
You could think about it.
It's fucking weird. Nowadays, it's definitely possible. It's not like if you would have told me this like fucking 10, 15 years ago, I'd have said,
think about how easier it would have been back in the day.
Oh,
dude. When there wasn't, like, constant, like, your TV imagery was shit. But just in the artwork, whether or not he would really died, they played it off like they put it in their artwork, like, let's, like, fuck with people or something. Because if that happened, that's really good art. And then if he really did die, and they played it off, and then John Lennon put all these clues in the artwork, that just means John Lennon's the greatest artist of all time. But just in the imagery, they always have like Paul doing something different. Like all the 3 real Beatles are looking one way and Paul will be looking straight. Or like there's one where it looks like they're looking down in a hole, like looking down in like Paul's grave, and they're all like looking down, but Paul's looking away.
Abbey Road, he's looking barefoot.
Yeah, Abbey Road, there's like way too many clues in it. And then there's one album cover where they did something and like the M5 or MIA5 or whatever, there's, you know, England's Secret Service or whatever, like called up like, hey, we know what the fuck you're doing, like knock it the fuck off, or like something bad's gonna happen to you guys. And so they went with like a different cover album, but it's Paul's in a box, like a box you put equipment in or something, you know, like a trunk basically.
Yeah.
And he's like in that, and then like the other 3 are outside of it, like looking down on him and shit like that. But then you get into like the backwards clues, like Sgt. Pepper, like for like the Sgt. Pepper's, like, well, that album cover, there's like so much, like you can like there's spots where you can see
it's
like here
cover.
Lies Paul. They got like
I've heard that before.
Like supposedly like Paul got decapitated, and like his teeth, and like his like back molars came through like his front of his face, like so like his basically you could see like his entire teeth, like his like jaw was like snapped off, and like all his teeth were like hanging down.
It sounds like a script of a horror movie.
That's where they came with I'm like the cop said, oh, it kind of looks like a walrus right now, and
really?
Yeah. But there's just so many clues in the Sgt. Pepper's album cover, let alone the music, because they claim when they were getting the guy they were replacing with, his name's Billy Shears, and he won a.
So it's not a clone; it's actually a person.
Yeah, they won a Beatles lookalike contest,
doppelganger contest,
but the winners were never announced. And so when they were doing like their albums and stuff, like, and he was trying to like, he was getting plastic surgery done and everything. Well, he had a fake mustache, and that's what he was using to fool people. Like right after like the death or whatever, that Paul McCartney grows a mustache, and so but it's a fake mustache. And there's like a couple like news clips where he's like trying to, like, it's falling off, and he's like trying to put it back on. And but in Sgt. Pepper's, when you play Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Band, like that, that's, or however the fuck it goes,
Hearts Club Band. I hope
when you play it backwards, it says it goes, it was a fake mustache, it was a fake mustache, it was a fake mustache, it was a fake, you know. Really? So and then there's just so many like backroom clue or backward track clues on there that like it's mind blowing. Like,
do you think they did it to fuck with people? Like they were?
Well, that's one way of art form, or I honestly think it really happened. I think the Paul McCartney running around today is
not the real one.
Not the real one.
I like I said, that does not. Nowadays, when they fucking can do all kinds of shit,
that would be so easy to do back then.
Yeah. Nobody would know.
And you know they need plaques.
Dude, that would have been easy to do, like, again, like 10 years ago. Like, now, just the game's changed. You know everything about everybody.
But, like what got me was...
Did you hear what...
I was looking at pictures of the real, like, of Paul McCartney in, like, 64, 65. Like, he supposedly died in 66. I'm looking at his pictures. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, this ain't the Paul McCartney I know. And then, like, they, like... doing like face compare, like there's some like cheesy information out there, but the video I watched is it was called the Final Confessions of George Harrison with a question mark, because like supposedly a cassette tape showed up, but it's the best documentary of putting like all like a collaboration of all the evidence there is, and it's like, you know, all the music clues, all the clues in the artwork on the covers. And, you know, it ties in that...
It's a biased documentary, though, so you're going to be...
Well, I mean, it's...
They're trying to sell you that.
Well, I get that, but there's just way too many coincidences. And, well, to be honest with you, I'm gonna get heavy duty on you. I had a weird trip one time, and
Heavy duty.
it made sense of everything, because I hope the feds don't show up. But
They haven't yet, so, and we're 114 deep
Well,
in these things. I think we're okay.
I ate some mushrooms during the Super Bowl, and Paul McCartney was playing the halftime show. And then, like, when he played Live and Let Die, like, flame shot up, like, put me in, like, a bad trip. And, like, you know, I turned into, like, the devil and shit. And I went and locked myself in the room. And, like, I was getting, like, this weird vibe that Paul McCartney was behind the murder of John Lennon. Like, you know, did he pay a guy to do it? I couldn't figure out what his connection was to having John Lennon murdered. And eventually what this documentary came to be was they were like, you know, after the like, okay, you got the Beatles, so you got Paul, like, overstepping his boundaries, like, hey, I'm the replacement. I'm not really the, you know, a real producer, you know, a contributor to the band. I'm just an actor getting a paycheck. He's not getting down on the royalties. And so basically they were just wanting to cut him out and, like, go public with it. Like, their guilt was eating them, stuff like that. That's why they were leaving the clues in the artwork. And then, so, like, whether or not Paul and John had a conversation, and John's like, look, we're done with this. We're going to tell the world who you really are. You know, like, this just wasn't right thing to do. Like, we didn't know what to do at the time, but this isn't right anymore. So then, you know, a.k.a. Billy Shears is really enjoying being Paul McCartney, calls the, you know, England Secret Service MI5, or I think that's what it is, and, like, hey, John's gonna out me, and he's gonna blow up this whole operation, which, if, like, you know, these guys can do that, it's like, who else can infiltrate? You know, like, the Russians are gonna try to infiltrate, you know, it'd be just too easy, you know, it'd be bad, it'd be a black eye organization. So then that's when Manchurian candidate Chapman comes in and guns down fucking Lennon. And then when then there was a bunch of footage of George Harrison talking shit about it too. Like, he was like, you know, they were talking about, like, money issues and stuff. Like, you know, the band was getting inducted to the Hall of Fame and whatever financial, like, bullshit. But, like, I remember George saying something about, he's like, it's not even Paul's problem. He's like, it's mine and Ringo's problem, and the evidence will show that it's just mine and Ringo's problem, that Paul has nothing to do with this situation anymore. And then shortly after that's when
Now I got a question.
Shortly after that's when he was attacked.
I got a question. Did Paul's family members know that he was an imposter? Or no, they all bought it. It was everybody. Or,
well, that's
where it gets weird.
Well, I mean,
how do they not know?
His girlfriend at the time, he broke up with her over a letter. I forget, she was some actress or some shit, but, like, they didn't break up in person. He broke up with her over a letter, and I really don't, you know, I don't think it would, if he had much of a family at the time, you know, he might have just had a mom. You know, his dad might have died. Like, I think a couple of their parents died, and that's why they were, like, drawn together or something.
What do you think about this? What do you think about Chris Cornell and this Chester? Do you think they were about to unleash an underground pedophile ring, or were did they just hang themselves? What do you think about that?
I don't know.
Linkin Park's frontman, Soundgarden's frontman.
When I heard that it's going to sound horrible, but I've hated Linkin Park's music for a while now. Like, I just can't take it anymore.
Yeah,
like, when I was younger, I really enjoyed it.
The new album, I tried to listen to that. Dude, it's bad.
Yeah,
it's real bad.
You know, I thought it was all right earlier. And,
Yeah, it's
I heard it, and I was just like,
pop.
Man, this is, I wasn't surprised. I really didn't care. But then, like, they're playing all their music, and then, like, you're like, oh, yeah, and, that explains where that song came from and shit like that. But the Chris Cornell thing, I just think he was fucked up on antidepressants. Like, the videos I seen of him for, like, the entire year, like, he did a couple songs with, Prophets of Rage were on tour, and then he got on stage with them, which made Audio Slave. They did like 6 songs. He sounded horrible. It looked like he was going bald in the back. Just looked totally depressed. Sounded depressed. And
that's why they did the Prophets of Rage, because they couldn't get him.
Probably.
He was a little fucked up, probably.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And then Chester just being a punk bitch. I'm sorry.
A punk bitch, man, that's pretty brutal.
Well, I mean, it's pretty selfish. You're going to do it on your buddy's birthday, like...
Yeah.
If anything, your buddy just killing himself should, like, wake you up to not want to kill yourself.
You would think, right?
You would think, but... That's a motherfucker, I guess.
It's like they know something we don't. Like, yeah, it's weird. Real weird. But, yeah, my thing, too, when you got a bunch of kids and shit, like young kids, like, that's pretty fucked up, man. Leave them like that. But yeah, I'm not gonna debate that. But you don't think it's an international child molester ring like Alex Jones thinks it is?
It could be
interdimensional child molesting vampires.
Hey man, like it's not far off. I bet. I bet you there's some like.
Well, dude, did you just see what they had?
Dude, I tap into some shit just like. I don't know. People probably think crazy like what I'm talking about.
See what they found last night in Texas at a Walmart in the fucking back of a semi truck. They opened it up. There's 30 people. Hoffa. 30 people inside the semi truck. 8 of them were dead. They're all fucking sweating. Fucking all a bunch of young girls and kids.
Oh, sex trade.
Yeah, dude.
Going down to Mexico.
Fucking yeah, dude.
That's what's happening to them.
Fucking. You know how many fucking people get trafficked right through Toledo and Detroit? It's like
it's like hubs. Every other day there's a kid missing from around Youngstown, Cleveland area. It's a creepy fucking world, dude. Yeah. But that's the thing. The politicians, they go down to Mexico and like they're reading too much into that Illuminati shit where like. You feed the devil what the devil wants. The devil gives you a little power, and then But I think like you fucking a little boy really gives the devil what he wants, and therefore like you get a big money in cash from another crooked politician. Like gotta keep fucking these kids, keep this bankroll rolling in.
In the hot tub.
That,
never seen that?
Or there's just some like really sick rich fucks out there.
Did you see that fucking like documentation? I think it was real from that Pizzagate thing, or it was like they were calling the kids like candies or something. Yeah. Like oh, we'll have some candies. We'll have a hot tub there to entertain them, and it's like oh, candies is code name for children. Like it's really what they were calling the kids. Like what the fuck? Why is he being so? He's like it's cool that he's invite the kids, or why is he being so weird about it? And yeah, they have like nicknames. It's real creepy, dude. Some fucking politicians. But yeah, that's the thing. There's these people that are trafficking these people. They're big money people, dude. People that have lots of money.
Okay, remember like that, like Taken, man. Like that shit's really going down. Like there's like whorehouses like that. Now, granted, if a chick really wants to bang you for money, that's cool. I'm game for that. But like. Shouldn't be like paying a dude to like bang a slave. That's not cool.
Yeah, not cool at all.
But like strippers and shit, quick over the pants handy in the back for negotiated fee. I've never done it.
No, it shouldn't.
But it should not be like looked down upon.
I don't think at all. I think it's your body. You should be able to do with what you want. But yeah, you just have those bad people that take advantage of it. Like. Would you imagine, like, I watched this thing on this chick that she, like, just started dating this guy. I thought he was all cool. Dated him for a couple months. One day, he, like, shows up at her house and is like, get all your shit. We're moving fucking to Arkansas or something. And you're going to fucking pimp yourself out fucking to make money so we can fucking survive. Like, fucking straight up takes him into, like, a pimp fucking relationship. That's crazy, though. And then they finally escape. Oh, dude, yeah, those creepy dudes that took that girl in the woods. Elizabeth Smart or whatever. They like, you don't remember that? They were like living in the woods. They fucking brainwashed her. He was like his 19-year-old wife.
Nope.
Fucking, and she got away like years later. Shit's crazy though, bro.
Should have kept tighter watch on her.
They come in their bedroom at night when they're sleeping, dude. Snatched her up.
Who did?
The fucking dude. He knew the family, like, did some work or something on the house. He was, like, real creepy and shit. And fucking night, like, comes in, fucking, in her window, takes her, fucking rapes her, and fucking keeps her and brainwashes her.
That's not cool.
Yeah, dude, fucking.
But, like, what Charlie Manson did, like, yeah, that's just, like, experimenting. Like, what if I get these bitches to do whatever I want? And they did.
He got them.
We got them to do whatever he told them to do. I mean, that's just kind of an experiment in my book. Like, it's like, whoa, I didn't think they were going to actually do it. I thought we were all just, like, joking.
You habitual line stepper motherfucker. Take your muddy cowboy boots, stomp him in his couch. You see this thing, too, dude? Fucking girl was in Minnesota Lake. This is Maren Kesselhound, 11, was with her father Wednesday at Island Lake when the attack occurred. She was just like on a paddleboard. Fucking big ass fish came out, bit her 25 times, dude. Fucking tore into her tendons. Fucking had to get surgery on her foot. It was fucking musky, dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Freshwater fucking shark, bro.
Barracuda.
Yeah.
Freshwater barracuda.
That's what I said. That's exactly what I said.
That's exactly like the same kind of streamlined body. I've caught pike before. I've had a buddy catch a muskie.
They're nasty things,
Well, check
dude.
out this, dude. I remember we were catching these little pike. You know, pike get pretty big. We're catching these like little babies, like 18 inches down to like
That's a
14
baby.
inches.
That's a baby. How big do they get?
Well, I caught one that was 36 inches.
Holy shit, dude.
And that's a decent size. When you get up to Canada, you can catch them, you know, in the like 45-inch range.
What?
That's when you start getting big ones. Muskie, I think like 70 inches is like a big muskie.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
What kind of fish is that?
60 inches, somewhere in there, 60, 70 inches.
Fucking mauled this
like,
chick, dude.
Yeah,
How
a
freaky would that
muskie,
be?
the world record muskie is like 70 pounds or something, I think. And, but I just had a little pike. And they're same family, but this little pike, it's like, it's probably like 14-inch pike, just a little dude. You know, they got little teeth, so you can't like, you know, lip them or anything. You gotta like grab them like behind the head. And but they're draining this lake out at this quarry. We were in there catching them, putting them in like a storage container, like a 30-quart storage container or something, and transport them to other ponds. And I remember putting my hand on there to like lift up when we were leaving, like to load it up in the back of the truck, and this little pike jump out. And it's pointing one way, and it does a 180, and like all in this like 180, it like my hands there, and I'm like whoa, you know, trying to get my hands out of the way, and the thing like does a 180, and then you see it like try to take a bite out at me, like it snaps its teeth at me before it falls back in the water. I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, these little fuckers are mean. So
What the fuck, dude?
but yeah, that thing, I don't know. The muskie, I'm not sure what they do when they're spawning. They spawn in the shallows. I imagine they would. But if it had like a bed and she was swimming by that bed where she had eggs in it, I could see why she would hit her 25 times. But other than that, like, that fucking muskie must have been on PCP, man.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just to me thinking like, how big is this fish that thinks it can fucking eat this child? You know,
Big. I just fucking told you how big.
yeah,
it is.
that's
It's
crazy.
fucking huge.
That's
See,
scary.
an alligator gar. That's what you really don't want to fuck with.
What's that?
Because they get like 6 feet, and they're like 200 pounds, like a big one. And they
What
got the
the
mouth
fuck?
of an alligator. Pull up a picture, dude. Shit your
What
pants.
the fuck? What is this shit? Alligator. I've seen it. I've heard of it. I've heard the name.
Yeah, they get big, dude. Real big.
Have you ever caught one of them?
No, I've never been in the vicinity where they are. They're like down in like Texas and shit. Louisiana. You can catch them, but I think most people go shoot them with a bow. That's what I would do. And I'd jump in and wrestle it.
You'd wrestle it with your bare hands?
Fuck yeah, dude. Elbow and face.
Looks like a fucking, like a dinosaur
Like,
fish.
It's exactly what it is, and there's no way in hell I'd get in the water
What the fuck is
with
that thing?
Let's see. Yeah. Get like,
Look at
yeah,
that big
there you
guy
go.
one. Fucking 3 dudes holding it like it ain't shit. It does. It looks like the face is like shaped like an alligator. And it's a big prehistoric. Looks like fucking dinosaur
how many
scales.
arrows are in that one you're looking at?
1, 2, 3. 3 arrows. They shot it with a bow and arrow.
Yup.
That's how you kill them.
Yup.
Is that, dude? I can't believe you haven't done that yet. That'd be a great fucking
about
episode.
I'm thinking about it. I'd like to go on like a little hog hunt in Texas and a little alligator gar shooting.
Is that real?
Let's see. Yeah, it's just a perspection picture.
Oh yeah, it's like they put the camera right by its face. Yeah, that's yeah.
But that would be biting your leg off in the wild.
Really?
Oh, for sure. That one you just looked at, dude, that thing was huge.
Would it attack you? Have they attacked people?
Yeah, that one. You don't want to go swimming in that shit.
Really?
Fuck no, dude. Snap your leg right off, dude.
Dude, really?
Yeah.
No way.
Alligator gar.
So people.
You think an alligator's not gonna fuck with you? Gets all hungry and shit.
Damn, dude. Fucking let's kill some of those things, dude. I'm down. Whatever it fucking takes to eliminate those things from the planet.
No, you need them in the ecosystem, man.
Why do you need something like that?
Well, if you take something out, it's gonna be fucked up. And then you're like, we got so many of these things, and they overran the population. Now we got rats and plague. And my balls are shrinking, and
rodents are a serious
going
problem.
on.
Rodents are everywhere. You know, they say like underneath New York and Texas, I said rodents. Yeah.
Yeah, there's fucking.
You know, under the cities like New York, same thing. There's millions and billions of rodents that more than all the people. If like something went dead, dude, that they could come back, dude. They'll fucking take over everything.
Yeah.
There's like fucking rat worlds, dude, down
Think
below,
about the
like
cockroaches.
fucking Teenage
Cockroach,
Mutant Ninja
it's
Turtle
normal
shit.
to have a cockroach in your house.
Where is it?
In New York.
No, it's not.
The fuck it ain't. Cockroaches are normal as fuck there.
What? That's weird.
You didn't know that?
No, that's creepy.
Yeah, they're fucking everywhere. You can't get rid of them. You got shit stacked on top of shit. You got fucking... Think about how much garbage comes out of there.
I feel like to have around here, if you have cockroaches, you're dirty as fuck. They don't like the cold.
You get down in Kentucky, dude, there's cockroaches everywhere.
Yeah? The little ones?
Well,
the little ones are the big ones.
I don't know.
The big ones are like the water bugs and shit that you find in Georgia. Those things or whatever, they fly. Fucking freaky looking, but no, the little ones, man. The little creepy ones, dude, that's the infestation. And this one pest guy one time showed me. He's like, look at this. He took me underneath this cash register. He's like, look up underneath this shelf. And I look and there's a little crack in there. And I look in there and I can see these little legs moving. He goes, that's a queen in there. He's like, she's just letting off babies, dude. He's like, every fucking hour, dude, or something. I'm like, what, dude? He's like, yeah. He's like, and there's probably about 10 more of these in this restaurant. I'm like, what the fuck? This place is nasty as fuck.
Was that the place that said you had cockroaches because you didn't mop good enough?
Yeah. Said you're not using the right cleaner. It's like, he was like broke, dude. Couldn't even pay for mop. He'd be like, here, take this fucking green stuff, dude, put it in this mop bucket, slosh it with some water, use it on the floors. It's like, dude, there's fucking cockroaches everywhere. Yeah, crazy.
And that was in a restaurant?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, down there it's a lot fucking more easier to have roaches, though. Definitely is. See these fucking invasive flatworms that secrete this toxic slime? Fucking aliens fucking taking over Florida.
I'm not scared. They're
Dude,
the
you're not
kind
scared
of
of
bug always taking over Florida.
You're not scared of parasites?
Nah.
Really?
Not me.
Why not, dude? Fucking, you get like some stomach bug, some little fucking amoeba that eats your fucking brain out from the inside. Little bacteria you get up your nose when you're taking a swim, and it fucking eradicates your body from the inside out like a fucking virus. Dude, I have a cold right now, and I got the cold after I was in a house like that had terrible mold. Like the next day I got sick, dude.
You should wear a respirator.
I know. It's fucking... I gotta get something on my face, dude. No joke. But yeah, this worm, though, even though I know you're not scared of it because you're a badass...
you said it, not me.
An invasive worm with a toxic slime was reported in Florida. The New Guinea flatworm, originally from the South Pacific Islands, was spotted last year in Miami and now has made its way to the Tampa Bay area. Researchers believe the insects arrived here on plants and tropical fruits and were imported from the United States from the islands. They've been described as goose-spewing dangerous worms.
Well, it gets too cold up here, so I'm not really worried about it. That's probably why.
Yeah, it actually vomits.
I mean, parasites are, they're everywhere, though.
Yeah.
They're just not in the form of flatworms and insects. They could be, friends or family members. Or
It actually vomits a caustic substance that can cause problems. Since it's dangerous to humans, the biggest threats to insects is the environment. I don't know what that means, but yeah.
Means if it gets cold, they'll kill them off. But it's it doesn't have a natural predator. Just whether water temperature, See, there's always something coming into Florida and shit like that. You'll get crazy spiders every couple of years that blow in from the fucking rainforest to fucking Brazil and shit. There's a weirdness, but they don't last long. I feel they don't come up here and make residents. They just come up here and fuck shit up for a year and then they die off or whatever. They reproduce and then 10 years down the road the larvae hatch and then get sucked up in the Gulf Stream and go fuck up shit somewhere else.
So you're not freaked out by insects. I think insects are going to take over this fucking
If insects
place.
were going to take over, it'd be ants. And you look at an ant and it already looks alien.
Yeah.
But for every person, there are 3 million ants on the planet. And I think 3 million ants on one person could easily fuck you up.
Yeah.
3,000 ants on you would fuck you up. Let alone 3 million would cover your entire body.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to breathe.
Carry you down in a hole.
Yeah, you wouldn't even be able to breathe. For real. Insects, man, I don't know, there's something, they're so alien. If there's anything alien, worms and leeches and shit, dude, they fucking squiggle through. You ever seen them in the wild? Big old leech fucking swim by you. Fucking 3 feet long.
I've never seen a leech that big.
I have, dude. I don't know if it was that big, but it was fucking pretty big.
I've seen leeches.
I've seen one.
Used leeches for fishing.
I was like, what? I thought it was a snake.
Dude, I've picked 15 ticks off me one time after mushroom hunting.
Really?
Yeah.
Ticks are nasty, too.
Ticks are really nasty.
Yeah.
I get them on my dick.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's scary.
You gotta burn them off with a cigarette.
Yeah, see, I would be really weird about putting a cigarette on my dong.
Well, you don't want a tick on there.
No, you don't.
But then I kind of figured, I'm like, tick's pretty smart, goes where all the blood goes.
I think my cousin had one on his dick, too. He thought his girlfriend or his wife gave him crabs. Freaking out.
It was probably still crawling around. Mine had her head buried.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it's like, ooh. It happened a couple times. I was 15. Another time when I was an adult. Might have been
twice.
Time when I was an adult. Might have been 3 times.
3 times the tick touched you. Yeah, man. That's when you're in the thicket of the brush, dude. It's not a surprise to get fucking some parasites on you. Living out there waiting for something to run by.
It's those ones that get in your guts are the fucked up ones.
Yeah, isn't it amazing how
I think I got something right now because I don't ever have energy anymore. I mean, I like to refuse to believe that I'm just getting older.
I was gonna say that's getting older, son.
I'm not buying it. 'Cause, I don't know. I should just have. Maybe I'm just not motivated. I don't know. I'm not depressed.
No, dude. I think as you get older, it's just
fuck it.
Yeah, you lose energy.
I don't know. I don't want to believe that though.
No.
I feel like if I start doing an 8-ball after work, I'll be good.
That'll work for you.
Yeah. But that's not healthy.
No.
So
not a healthy habit to do an 8-ball every day
I
after
work.
work
Out, but it's just I don't know. pretty difficult job, I feel. So it's like, fuck it. I get to it when I can get to it. One of these days I'm just never going to get to it. And oh well.
Dude, I got to show you something. They're asking about this too, and I figured this would be something good for you to look at. What the fuck is this creature?
It's fake.
Is it?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
It may be. It's a possibility that it is fake. It looks like maybe sugar glider.
Is this the Bigfoot? Oh, sugar glider?
Something with no skin.
I don't think sugar gliders are that big.
What the fuck is that
It
thing?
looks like a dragon. Well, it looks like a flying lizard. Huh?
It looks like a flying lizard, but it's skin colored.
It's definitely a type of mammal, ain't it?
He said it's a sugar glider. I don't know. It looks like a mammal, don't it?
I haven't seen sugar gliders that big.
But the webbing, dude, the webbing is straight out of fucking Alien.
But it's definitely some kind of mammal, flying squirrel type creature with like mange, no hair on it. It really looks like a bat.
It does look like some kind of bat.
But it's not. But it probably is some kind of sugar glider with no hair. Oh, no. Yeah, it probably is because I was looking at it a little. It's a lot smaller than what I thought it was. I just realized how big the watch was on the guy's hand compared to it. So, yeah, it probably was a sugar glider.
Yeah. He eats that sugar glider. You know. I don't know, man. Yeah, it does. It kind of. I get dragon vibes. I get like bat vibes. A sugar glider
is a marsupial. It's like an Australian possum, but they're super fucking cute. They look like little chipmunks that can fly. Will glide. People keep them as pets. They got like really big eyes because they're nocturnal.
I'm going to show you this this doll got put for sale by its owner. She says that it gets up at night, scratching her husband's ankles, turning on smoke alarms, running around her house.
How much are they asking for it? They should probably like just give it away. It shouldn't be greedy and try selling it.
No shit.
Fucking asshole.
Says Debbie Merrick,
I'll take hands for free.
50, took to website eBay in hopes that someone will take the doll off her hands. It's fair to say we don't want it in our house anymore. She said it's a pretty doll, but it's creepy. This is a pretty doll in the wedding dress outfit. It's very creepy, but something about it, she wrote. Merrick says she bought 3 of the dolls from a secondhand shop as she thought they were pretty, but she no longer wants them. Her new dislike for the doll is not putting others off with a high bid as far as £806 received for the doll. She told the Sun the weird incident started happening 1 week after she bought the dolls. The smoke alarms are going off. The one night I heard the floorboards creaking and thought it might be my daughter Holly up, but when I checked she was asleep. Your house is creaking. It's a floorboard, you dumb bitch. Then one morning my husband said to me, I've got scratches all over my legs. I definitely hadn't happened before. It looked a bit like cat scratches, but they were sore. My husband is a complete non-believer, still trying to come up with an explanation.
Cut your toenails, you fucking bitch.
Yeah, the scratches do look like they've been done by something small, little like doll hand scratches. Yeah. I don't believe it.
I think her husband is trying to bang the dolls. He's having like doll orgies. And she's like, dude, that's a weirdo. I'm getting rid of these fucking dolls. You're gonna fuck me. And he was like, oh no, don't, you can't do nothing, they're possessed. And like, these little scratches. Like I don't want to have sex with them. They all come to life when you're in deep sleep and chain me up in bed. And
he has doll gangbangs.
Exactly. That's what's really going on here.
It could be, dude. I believe that.
Yeah, it's like, come on. You got a fucking Chucky doll? Come on. Fuck out of here.
No shit.
Get off your meds, lady. She's fucking popping fucking 6 Xanax and 4 volumes and fucking high blood pressure medication on a shitty diet. There's shitty television. She's lost it.
I'd say so. She's an internet celebrity. You know?
Oh, she's trying to be.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
she wants to be. Because then, the more I read into it, it said that she actually was visited by a ghost when she was 5 years old, and her friend's a psychic medium, and she came to the house and she said that there's something in that doll and it's evil. It just sounded so full of shit.
My buddy's got this statue of something evil about it.
Really?
Yeah. You just look at it and it's like, like, turn that thing around.
Don't let that thing look at me.
Yeah.
Dude. You see this guy running butt naked, tripping balls, had a lighter in his hand. They shot the taser at him a couple times, and it hit the lighter, exploded in his face.
What are the chances?
Said it singed up his beard and shit. In his chest hair.
What was he tripping on?
I don't know if it says that. I think
no fun.
LSD, maybe. I don't know. People are weird as fuck, man. There's a lot of weird people out there.
There's too many of them.
Yeah, it
creeps me out, man. I gotta put my blinders on, and pretend like I'm not in the Matrix, but I know I am because everyone's programmed to act a certain way.
Yeah,
and I don't like that. It's like, yeah, no.
How long do you think it is before we put our consciousness inside the machine?
I'm not.
Welcome, my son.
But I think a lot of people already have.
Welcome to the machine. That's what they were talking about, dude. It's like, do you listen to that shit? That's some hard.
They played that.
Drugs. Oh, I'm sure.
Waters played it, dude.
I'm sure they did.
Yes, they fucking played it.
That's my favorite.
It's one of my favorites.
That's my favorite. That's what they were talking about, dude. You think about that with your eyes closed, dude. Fucking entering the machine, becoming one with the machine, and there's no turning back now. Once you're one with the machine, that's it. The government has control.
Well, that's not what
it's in you.
That's not what I got from it.
That's what I think.
I mean, I see that point.
Just like the movie, they press the button and everybody.
I see that point.
Starts walking out of the house.
What I get from it, the machine's the teleportation device to take you to the next level, and where it took me. The first time it was took me like this. It was like I was tripping, and inside my consciousness, you know, like what I'm seeing inside my head, basically, it was like looking in like a circular like hotel lobby, and like you're looking up and seeing like all the doors, like on every level. There's like doors, and then as I'm like looking up into this, the doors are like opening and closing. And what I come to realize was like, oh, this is where everyone's consciousness is. Like, they're like these people that I'm seeing are tripping too in the world right now, and they're here and they're opening these doors, looking in as I'm looking in. And like a lot of doors would like open, you'd see a face like peer in, look around, and then close rapidly. And then like you would see people like door wide open, hanging out on like the balcony, like sitting on the rail, and this went up forever. And for some reason I'm like, this is like the fucking machine that fucking Pink Floyd was singing about. And then this is where the Doors came, and this is where they got the name for their band. They opened all these doors up, and like that's where I was going. And then I end up watching this I forget what song it is, but it's off Pink Floyd, I think the metal album, and I think that was the one before Dark Side of the Moon. And what the fuck is the song they play? But I can't think of it right now. But it's Jodie Foster's, or I'm not even sure what chick it is, but the movie Contact's got Matthew McConaughey,
that's Jodie
Foster.
Yeah.
And then like when she gets in this thing, I never seen the movie. It's like the thing I'm watching. It was like the Dark Side of Oz, and then this Contact movie synced up with can't remember the name of the fucking song, like a dumbass. But as like, you know, you're watching them, you know, you're hearing the music. I don't think it was the machine. It definitely was the machine. It was something off something early, and I'm watching this and shit, and like she's all like shooting off and teleporting to another world, and then like I'm like really fixated on it, and I'm like, dude, this is like where I went inside my head. Like I'm like, this is kind of like, you know, really weird, but I was drawn to it, and I'm like, dude, this is like the machine right here. I'm like, this is the fucking machine. And then at the end of it, like she like is in this different world, and then she snapped back to reality, and the music stops, and she like the first words out of her mouth are how long was I gone? How long was I gone? And then the scientist dude comes up, he's like you never left, the machine broke. But like before even hearing that, I already knew what it was just through my own experience.
Yeah.
And then it's like, but
It all lines up and makes sense.
it does.
That's what happens. That's what happens. Yeah, man. What else has been up with you? What's been going on?
I don't know. Not a whole lot. Just had a few good concerts this summer.
Yeah.
Springtime, summer.
Yeah. I was so happy to be able to go to Tool, man.
Dude.
Start listening to fucking...
I told you you'd be fucking hooked.
Yeah. It's amazing. They are fucking amazing. One of the best I've ever seen. Best to ever do it. Enjoy them fucking big time. What's on everybody else's mind? What's going on out there, man? We're fucking relaxing on a Sunday. We see this shit where this chick fucking in like, I don't know if it's Saudi Arabia or some shit. She wore like a dress, a crop top, and she got arrested. She got to do like a bunch of jail time because you're not allowed to wear that. They have religious police. The girls always have to be covered. What do you think about that? Do you think
like that for a million fucking years?
Do you think that's fine? That's their culture?
Well, I mean, I'm sure some of it think it's fine, but it's really none of my business. But, I mean, if a woman doesn't want to wear it, she shouldn't have to.
Yeah, that's what I feel like, too.
I agree with that, but if someone wants to wear it, all power to you. I mean, I think everyone should have the freedom of choice.
Yeah, I agree. Like, if you're, like, pushed into it, that's not...
I mean, do I think we should go over there and start bombing people so they can take those off?
No.
Probably not. I think there's other ways around it. But
yeah,
that's what it would come down to. Like, hey, they shouldn't have to wear that. And if you don't put a law into place, we're gonna... And now we're gonna take your resources, too. We're gonna take all the diamonds and gold out of your banks and
we're gonna
pay off our debts with them.
We're gonna take these little opium fields over here. Yeah, we're gonna take those.
Yeah, we got a big population over here in America, and we're gonna get them all hooked on these Percocets first, and then we're gonna flood the gates with heroin, and we're gonna knock off another couple 100,000, and we're gonna take the money from the heroin that we sell to the public, and we're gonna run our CIA black operations. That's how we're gonna fund shit. Why would we make it legal? We're cutting in. Drugs are our game. Drugs are our game.
It's fucking.
That's why it says we trust in God on our money. God, guns, oil, and drugs.
Pretty much.
That's what it is, bro.
What makes the world go round? Fucking Clintons are still out there doing their thing, fucking murdering people.
Dude, I just think it's so crazy Trump's president.
It is. It's amazing. It's weird times, man. It's not. It's
not even weird. It's like...
It's the perfect days, dude. It's
like... I don't even know. It's like you're on drugs all day, every day.
Yeah.
So, like...
It just doesn't seem real.
Like,
doesn't seem real.
It seems like we're in a movie right now.
Yeah. Just, you can't fathom what it... It's like, man, this guy was a TV icon. Like a fucking reality show. He's obsessed with TV. Obsessed. But I think, dude, I don't know if he'll make it through his job because it's just so stressful, too. You know? Could have a hard go on a man like that. Yeah, you don't know. But politicians are fucked, man.
Our whole system's fucked.
Yeah.
Everything's fucked about it. It's totally fucked all the way across the board, from education to social services to with, it's everything's fucked. Everything. And nobody cares. They just accept it.
And
they get a paycheck at the end of the week and get a little bit, $100 of extra spending at the end of the week. They're happy.
Yeah, I just heard the other day this doctor was telling me, or this guy was telling a doctor that he went, I don't know, got something. He needed like a cream or something. Went in, stopped at this doctor's office, like, hey, yeah, I need to go see the doctor. I'm probably going to need this cream. And he's like, you guys just give it to me. They get it for him. They're like, what's your insurance? He's like, I don't want to put it on my insurance. He's like, I'll just pay cash. I have cash on me, whatever it is, a couple $100. So they're like, oh, we can't do that. We don't know how. We only know, we don't have, and he's like, well, what's
to do with insurance?
He's like, what's the normal price? And they're like, well, it changes. It varies for every person. So we don't know what it would be. Like, what are you talking about? It changes from every person. Like,
this is
what
you do, people? Grow and eat your own vegetables. And you'll stay healthy enough you never have to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah,
That's about all you can do.
Home
Pray
cooking.
you don't get sick.
Yeah. The pesticides and shit. You think that shit's poisonous that they're putting on there? You think we're eating a lot of poison?
Fuck yeah, it's all carcinogens. And then when your body's flooded with carcinogens, you fucking get cancer and die. Pretty much.
It's true. You get cancer develops. You are right about that. You think
But cancer is just like a B14 deficiency in your body.
Do you think?
And that's outlawed by the FDA. Funny. How unique. A vitamin that could take care of all the cancer in the world is outlawed. But if you eat the shit ton of a bunch of good, highly nutrient vitamin or vegetables, you can get those numbers up and fight cancer that way. Fucked up world we live in.
Yeah.
Cancer is a $1 billion business. It's not gonna fucking. Why find a cure? People getting paid.
She said cancer is fake. You think cancer is fake?
I don't know. I've seen cancer kill people. So
I have too.
definitely
Multiple
don't think it's
people. I don't either. Yeah, I've seen them waste away. So it's hard to say that it's fake. But I do believe that there's cures and alternative shit out there that can help you a lot better than what we may not know it all.
Dude,
still.
I feel like if I got cancer, I'd just be like, fuck it. I lived it up.
Just go out.
Well, I would like do some home remedy shit.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
yeah.
We gotta cut a lung out. I'd be like, yeah, I can't give you the lung, bro. What I can give you is a blaze of glory of doing some kick-ass shit before I go out. Like, I'm gonna jump a dirt bike 100 feet.
Jump over fucking sharks.
Fucking crash, burn, and die like that. And I'd be like, man, he cleared it. He overshot the landing, hit that bus. And he used a haul of shit in with.
That's how you want to go out? You want to crash into hitting a bus?
Oh,
after you jumped some ramp?
No, I don't want to go out at all. I don't think I'm ever going to die, honestly.
Really?
Yo, I think I'm just going to wake up. And
I'm
just going to wake up and do another day. Like, just another day in the life. I mean,
yeah.
I feel like I've already died a bunch of times, and it's just like you open your eyes and you got another day.
Yeah, let's be thankful for every day that you get, because some people aren't guaranteed it. Some people are each meal.
How sweet would that be if like you die and everyone's like mourning you here, but you just wake up in the same world in another dimension? but same.
What if it's
existence.
fucked up, man? What if it's like?
That's why you have dreams, because you're like.
What if you get there, you're like,
seeing
oh,
your
dude.
lives from another dimension.
I think so too. I think there's other dimensions. I think.
Oh, I know. Other yous running around.
Yep. There's got to be.
I think there's like.
The world's
I think anything
infinite.
you can picture, like, because space is never ending, so there's room for everything you can imagine to be going on in a different dimension, universe, whatever you want to call it. And what I think's going on is whatever you can think yourself is doing in another dimension is actually going on in another dimension. So there's a Batman Rowdy running around in another dimension. Not me, because I wouldn't be a Batman, but you know, if you can think it up, it's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, granted,
you
might not have access to that form someday, and where you're actually Batman Rowdy, but if you dream about it, good chances that's going on. I feel like if you dream about someone you know, they're dreaming about you too. Like,
yeah.
You guys meet up in the spirit world of your, consciousness. It's like some DMT.
You're like
shit.
back to see them one more time, like meet up with them.
Well, it's just like, and that other person might not remember that dream either. But who's to say, like, you both go to sleep, your consciousness, you get more brain activity, and then like you have a unconscious telepathic connection with someone else, and now you're like, I don't know, having a lucid dream with another consciousness.
Yeah, the lucid dreaming stuff is pretty weird.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You can change things or something in your dreams, make them turn out the way that you want to, and maybe you can change stuff in your life.
Well, what I've gotten from them was, it's nothing like that. What I've gotten from them are just extremely vivid dreams where, like, you have feelings in them, like, where you wake up and it's like I have a few dreams that I'll probably never forget about. But they were like educational dreams, like when you think about what happened in those dreams, that dream's trying to teach you a lesson about, humility or ego or whatever.
Yeah, I agree. No, I did not hear about the lady with the reincarnated cat that talks and winks. Sounds a little crazy there. Oh, Shane's getting a fucking phone call. Must be an emergency. Because we are live with a phone call. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I didn't hear anything about a cat that's been reincarnated. It has 9 lives. Has 9 lives and it doesn't die. It's died 20 times. Pet cemetery shit. You bury it and then it comes back the next day with like its head half hanging on. It's like, pet me. Seriously though. You got anything else, Hamer? You got anything that's still you want to talk about or still at your mind? We're a little over an hour here.
I don't know.
I think we talked about some pretty cool shit so far, but I'm always
I don't know. Like I said, it's been, pretty lame other than hitting up concerts.
Let's talk about Dick Lickett. If anybody's seen Dick Lickett, where's he at? What's he doing? What's Dick Lickett getting into?
I haven't talked to him in a while, but he's supposed to be working on some videos and shit.
No, is he out there on some crazy bender, some adventure? Or
I heard he's in rehab again. Honestly,
Gotcha.
He had like a real successful deer season, and started partying all. Thought basically he got some probably I think some legal troubles, and then they just recommended like, hey, maybe you should just like go to rehab and like tone it down a little bit. So that's a rumor. I don't know if that's confirmed or not, but we haven't heard from him at the Bubba Cove Studios in a while. So he does this from time to time, but he's we got some footage. Needs pieced together. We just need him to get together, with us, and we got a few more scenes we got to shoot, so everything comes together. for an episode. All we got is the raw footage. We need, his character and everything to, finish, every episode. But there's a couple in there. It's just trying to find him. He could be out of the country doing something. The rumor was he was in rehab. He could be hunting somewhere, getting some great footage. Just not with our camera crew. But
we look forward to seeing him.
Yeah, Bubba Coast Studios doing its thing over there.
Yeah, the all glorious Bubba Coast Studios. Any talk of a podcast ever again? You ever think about podcasting? It's a lot of work to have a podcast, dude.
I just, like I said, I've been kind of antisocial. It's like you really come to find out that the hunting community is not a very friendly place. Like a lot of assholes. Everyone's got an opinion. Do it this way, and then you try to help out someone who's seeking some good information. You tell them what works for you. Then someone comes up and totally contradicts what you just said, and that totally will, do it that way, you'll be fine, and they're just passing along bad information because you got lucky one time and the deer didn't smell you because you were using the wind the right way or something. Now you're going to go on and pass off, play it off like you're such a great hunter and pass off bad information. And so it's like, I guess that's the reason I should do a podcast, I guess. But it's like someone would listen to it and they just, be a total asshole about it. And I feel like there are people out there that are giving some great information. But I don't know. Maybe someday.
Cool. Yeah, dude. Well, like I said, I always enjoyed your podcasts. I always thought they were fun. But, it's always up to you. Yeah,
it's a motivational thing, really.
You try you try. This thing, I don't even know what this thing is anymore. This podcast is fucking outrageous.
I'm not even sure what it is anymore either.
Outrageous. But it's its own animal. I don't know. With that being said, Hammer, you got any last words? You got any shout outs you want to give out there? Anything you want to talk about?
No.
All right. He said his piece.
I say.
He said, "Fuck y'all."
I say it's time to roll.
He said he's out of here. Well,
y'all go fuck yourself in RowdCAST land.
Yeah, all you weirdos out there listening on a Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock.
You should be fucking doing something with your life.
Yeah, fucking
listening to a couple other people not doing shit with their life.
Banging your girlfriend this Sunday afternoon. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for having me, Rowdy.
No problem, man. Thanks for fucking coming back. And you can always get on the RowdCAST if that's your thing. If you want to talk some shit, get at me.
I know.
Get at me. And anybody that goes to anybody out there. I love y'all. Keep listening to my shit. Share my shit. And interact in the RowdCAST. We'll be going live on Facebook with a replay of this probably Wednesday or so. So if you didn't catch it now, you'll catch it on the replay. I'll catch you all later. I'm out, motherfuckers. Peace, Shane.